Good morning, you two. To God be the glory. Kiss up to God every day. If you don't kiss up to anybody else, you kiss up to God because He is the one that woke us up this morning. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Jennifer Brooks. I am your Southern Belle. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another do over. Thank you, God, for another day to get it right. Another day above ground. Another day to live again, to love again. Another day to pray again, to read again, to be thankful again. And another day to apologize if you have to. Those words, I'm sorry, can restore a whole lot of things, your relationships with people, with yourself. You'll be surprised if you tell yourself, I'm sorry that I even put you through this. I'm sorry, body, that I put you through this. But today we're going to talk about fighting battles because yesterday I came on with the addiction. I didn't get a lot of, um, views for the addiction. And I know it's because some people don't think that they have an addiction or, people don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, and people don't want to change. And that's, as I stated, it's the hardest thing in the world is to change a person's mind. But that's a personal decision. And I pray that someone got something from it and that you guys share. And I pray that whoever's dealing with that one day that they will not have the problem anymore. And battles. A lot of battles start in our minds. But my friend Google gave me the definition that I want to say. And then I want to give you the song. And I was saying Anita, but her name is Anita Wilson. Jesus will. But battles. Okay. Battles or fights or struggles to achieve or to resist something. To engage in combat between individual forces, I'm sorry. To fight against good and evil. To fight against flesh and the spirit. Battles. I'm gonna do this song real quick by is her name is Anita Wilson, what the song was saying. Who opens doors that I cannot see? Jesus will. Who will make all my decisions for me? Jesus will. When I'm in trouble, he gives me a song. Remember, I was telling you about those songs that I sang are good songs to sing when you're dealing with your seasons. In the night season, remember I was saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. In the night season and all the day long, who makes me do right when I would do wrong? He'll fight your battles if you keep still. Isn't that the hardest thing to keep still when you're struggling, when you're going through? Because sometimes you are in that place in your life when you feel like giving up. You feel like that you just can't take it no more. You just can't deal with it no more. You just can't go on anymore. And that's why you need those songs. That's why this one is a good one also. Because we need something, or we need to know it's gonna be all right. Because it is a everyday battle, especially when you're trying to fight against something without God's help. He didn't intend on you to fight without his help. That's why it's hard for us to keep still. He didn't intend on us to struggle the way that we do. We do that to ourselves. He has given us the roadmap. He's given us everything that we need. We have destroyed it. We are fighting against things. We are doing these things to ourselves. And well, sometimes no, because other people do it to us, especially if you're talking about relationships, rather it be with your family or friends. Relationships are an everyday battle too, especially if it's the wrong fit, especially in personal relationships, with the opposite sex. Excuse me, I'm sorry, with the opposite sex. It's a constant struggle to want people to be what you want them to be when that's not your choice. Allow people to be who they are. If you did that, sometimes maybe the struggle wouldn't be as bad. I think, I personally, this is an opinion, really think if we could just sit back and allow what should be, some of the struggles and some of the battles wouldn't be as hard nor long. We have long battles, but you got people that, like I said, battle with addiction. You got people that battle with illnesses. Those those struggles, and a lot of times that's when people all of a sudden find God, when you're dealing with those things. But what about when you're just like an everyday thing? When you find God, then you can find God in the midst of the good too. We wait until it's bad before we find God. We wait until the battle is um so strong upon us. That's when we seek help. What about just being thankful, period? Because like I stated, some battles we create our own self, and some battles are created to see how we go through the storm. Some of these storms, as I stated, we're either going in, already in, or coming out. Some of these storms you see coming. You can see a tornado when it's getting ready to come. Some you don't. I think the one storm that we don't see much is earthquakes, or can't predict them, but they call itself predicting them. But some storms we see coming. And do we get to safety? Do we go on and be under the safety of God? And that's when we run into Him. What about when the warnings are there? There are warning signs. There are things that say, okay, no, don't do that. No, don't do this. But we do it anyway. And then when it comes upon us, then we're running and hiding. Where you gonna hide? It's a song, a sinner man. Where you gonna hide? Run to the rock. The rock is gonna cry. You can't hide from certain things. But there are some battles that are put upon us. Um, and they become our testimonies. They become things that people need to hear about. And I think that's the purpose of some of them. Just to let you see, okay, wow, she did this, and look, he did that, and look. Just to know, just to let you know, so you can witness to other people. So you can let them know that it's okay. Yes, I struggled through that battle. Let me tell you how I came out. Yes, I did that battle. Let me explain to you the steps or things to do to come out of the battle. Sometimes you're gonna come out with scars. And I talked about that, my scars, and the scars we keep down inside. Some scars are on the surface. We can see them. And those are the one people know, wow, she was in a battle. Wow, I see the scar. But the scars that are deep down inside of some of those battles that you've been through, they're still there because you won't let them out. And I have a video on scars. Go back and watch that video. It explains what I'm talking about there. But some of those battles that we're fighting, turn them over. Turn them over. He will. He will. He will. I'm telling you, He will fight for you. God will fight for you. And then put on that armor. We gotta protect ourselves. And I talk about the armor of God with the characters. When I talk about the Superman, Batman, like I use them as when they put on their armor. Like we need to put on our armor of God. So go ahead and you know make sure that you are going to the correct source to help you deal with the battles of life, your battles in general. And if you see some of them storms coming, get out the way. Don't sit there and wait till it get right here before you move. You know, and God gives us the intuition. He gives us stuff to allow us to know what we get ready to deal with. And then if we deal with it, after he showed you or after he gave you the signs and you still deal with it, he still helps you through it. After he said, don't do that, like your parents be like, don't do that. As I say, don't touch that fire. You're gonna get burned. And you touch it anyway. And after you get burned, I told you don't touch it, but what they do, they go and get ointment and put on it to soothe the how it feels. And that's God. God is there for you for whatever battles that you're dealing with. Let it be anything and everything. He will fight for you. But sometimes you have to be still. Sometimes you have to stand back. Sometimes you have to wait. A lot of times you have to wait, especially when he told you not to. That's what that free will come in at. If you think anybody needs to hear this, please share. Please keep subscribing. I appreciate everybody that does. Please keep liking. Please comment if you would like. My name is Jennifer Brooks. I am your Southern Belle, and I am on the right road now because God is still fighting my battles. Thank you so much for joining me today. Y'all have a blessed day. Now you're here. God bless.